Hello, McFluffy52 here, back with some more Phyrexia All Will Be One action. Today, we have a super fun deck using All Will Be One in combination with Storm the Festival. So we basically get instant value out of All Will Be One because Storm the Festival says look at the top 5 cards of your library, and if you may pick 2 or more permanent cards with mana value 5 or less from among them and put them onto the battlefield. Hopefully one of the other things we get is also something with counters, or we have stuff on the battlefield that we can tick up to get more counters, and we can start pinging our opponent and their creatures for value instantaneously. I didn't originally come up with this combo. I actually saw it first from a YouTube video in which they did a teamer version of this kind of combo or synergy with a bunch more planeswalkers from Danny T-Law. So I'll put the video in the description if you want to check that out after this one. That is basically the deck in a nutshell. We're playing a bunch of the new Phyrexia All Will Be One cards that come in with lots of counters, particularly oil counters, but we're also playing Koth. Koth's a beast in this deck. Comes in with 4 counters, and then we can tick it up for 2 counters to get Mountain. We can also take it down to do stuff. Full deck tech will be at the end of the video, so stick around if you want to find out more. We'll be explaining cards as we come across them in the video. Also, if you enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe and leave a like for more Phyrexia All Will Be One, because I plan to go on a bit of a recording spree today and then put out the videos as I come up with them, because standard you want to strike while it's hot, and I'm just itching to show off all the cool decks that I came up with. So we got Koth here, we got some ramp. We don't have All Will Be One, but we just need Storm the Festival. I don't really like this Rustvine Cultivator because you tap it to put an oil counter, and then you have to tap it to remove an oil counter to untap a land, so it's really not an ideal card, but it's the only 1 mana ramp that gets counters, so that's why we're playing it. Evolved Spinoderm, another really fun one in this deck. Good against control matchups, though not good against Edict. Our opponent playing it in Edict here. The new Shieldred's Edict, this card's crazy good. I think we're going to struggle it a little bit against our opponent here, because they seem to have gotten off quite the start. We can't kill their Planeswalker here, but what we could do is we could play Koth, tick it down, and hit the Ninja. He might have another Shieldred's Edict, or they might have another Shieldred's Edict. In that case, we lose our Koth, but I kind of want to get rid of their Ninja, because I think they're just playing more of a Ninja deck than anything else. I don't think that the Obscura Storefront in the graveyard is particularly relevant in the colors that they're playing. This seems pretty troll to lose 3 loyalty just to do that, but if it's gonna die anyways, it would be nice to, because they might have another Shieldred's Edict. Second Obscura Storefront, our opponent, not very, oh, Esper. Okay, that changes things greatly. Opponent drawing a card, yeah, I didn't want them to get a free card draw without discarding here. Part of it. Oh, Siphon Insight. That's not fun. That is okay. That is okay. We will live with this. Grab ourselves a mountain here. Go ahead, slam the mountain onto the battlefield. We want to play Evolving Adaptive here first, because what Evolving Adaptive says is it's +1/+1 for each oil counter, and then whenever another creature enters the battlefield with greater power or toughness, it gets another counter. So what we can do here is we can actually play Armored Scrapgorger, and it will become a 2/2, which is really cool. Does Koth only target creatures? Deals damage to target creature equal to the number of mountains you control. So yeah, we can't attack their Kaido Shizuki with our Koth. Our opponent, another sweeper here. Out? No, they're just exiling that. That actually works for us, I'm not gonna lie. Do I want to overextend into a sweeper from the opponent is the real question. I'm willing to bet good money that have another sweeper. They might also have a counterspell here. I wouldn't be shocked if that's the case. Well, go ahead and get rid of their Siphon Insight before that becomes relevant. Almost forgot about that. Forgot that Armored Scrapgorger here. Well, if we're gonna overextend, let's keep the Rustvine Cultivator in our hand. But sorry, yeah, Rustvine Cultivator. When it taps, when it becomes tapped, it can exile a target card. Well, it doesn't. It can't. It is required to exile a card from a graveyard if it can, or if there is a card in the graveyard. So like if you play a Reanimator deck, maybe you don't want to put this card in. The Armored Scrapgorger could be funny in like the Capricious Hellraiser style deck. Opponent here. Well, we're just gonna threaten to ultimate then. And we'll go ahead, generate some mana here, get rid of something in their graveyard. They're playing white, so maybe they're playing, what is the card called? Repair and Recharge, which can return a Planeswalker, so that's why I targeted the Planeswalker. Shieldred. Can't actually get rid of Shieldred quite yet with our cost, which is kind of problematic. They discard March of Wretched Sorrow. That's hard to believe. Yeah, we got a draw here. Yep. Alright, we have Trample here with our... We got Koth at ultimate range, so we might want to just kind of sit here with it. They're probably not going to sweep the board because they have Shieldred out, so we can go ahead and play out these cards. And then we can try and go in the attack for Kaito here. Because we don't want Kaito ultimating. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a blue or black creature card and put it on the battlefield. And shuffle. Evolved Spinoderm. When it has 2 or fewer counters on it, it gets trample, and then otherwise, so whenever it has more than 2 counters on it, it is hexproof. And then once it loses all of its counters, you have to sacrifice it. Opponent drawing a bunch of cards here. We are glad to see them struggling, though they have 3 mana, so they could have removal. Nope, they just have a wedding announcement. That is good for us, because next turn we ping stuff with Koth. We ultimate Koth and we ping. Aw man, I love Koth ultimate. Okay. Alright, yeah, we ultimate Koth here. We play this. We definitely play this. I mean, we're not going to do anything else. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to send this mountain damage. Kaito would be a good target. And then we have 1, 2, 3 damage to send with our... I'm almost more worried about Shieldred. Nah. Let's get rid of Kaito. No, we have 3 damage to deal with. We can just ping down Kaito, so all he can do is take up. I think that's fine. So what we do here is we go ahead, put an oil on Rustvine Cultivator, boom. And then go ahead, we'll just, yeah, we'll do this now. I don't think it matters too much. What do we think is a good removal target? If they have any of the reanimate creature things, a good target to have. And then, oh wait, we have Evolved Spinoderm. I'm not the brightest right now, alright? You know, it happens. What do we want to get rid of? Yeah, let's get rid of any creatures, just in case they're playing the Reanimation Saga. What is it called? Oh, we can send this one to face, and then we can send that to that. And I think that's pretty much one. I might be wrong. It'd be interesting to see all will be one with something like Wedding Announcement. Our opponent here playing their Surge Engine. Gonna try and upgrade it. Doesn't really matter because, well, it is very, very gone. Oh my goodness, it is so gone. It is beyond gone. Double all will be one, popping off. Shoot it in the face. Get ourselves a mountain. Opponent concedes. We play the mountain. We shoot the 4 damage from Koth emblem to the opponent's face. We have another, like, 1 ping that we can do on there, and another 1 ping to the face, and then we swing in with these 2 3/3s. We were going. So we didn't really get to see the Storm the Festival, but we saw Koth and All Will Be One put in some serious work. Man, I love Koth with All Will Be One, because his tick up, like the +2. +2 is crazy. Every other Planeswalker is like +1. So you could potentially like play like a Volt Charge in this deck, which would be interesting. We're gonna go ahead and keep his hand. We have 3 mana and a Fable, a Storm the Festival. So we got like card filtering, ramp. Opponent has the Koi. I heard that like some of these pets can get in the way if you're playing the game on your mobile phone, which is, it sounds pretty rough. The game here seems to be frozen. Perhaps our opponent is thinking about whether or not they want to keep their hand, or opponents. Did I lose connection to the internet? No, I don't see anything. Nope. Our opponent was just, that had me worried, not gonna lie. Sometimes the internet stops working. The Wi-Fi, the LAN, or WLAN, whatever it's called. I would really like to play the Evolving Adaptive first, but honestly, it's less important. We can potentially discard it to the Fable. I've never actually owned any copies of Storm the Festival until I went to make this deck. This was very interesting. Oh, what we can do here is we can go play this. Counter spells? Counter it? Please? 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 Because I'm gonna play Fable and I don't want to see it get countered. They're playing Ivy. I should have noticed. They're playing an Ivy deck. Yeah, they're playing an Ivy deck. We should actually trounce an Ivy deck. Nope, they're not playing Ivy deck. They're playing Domain. Oh, I have a sweet Domain deck. Brewed up. Maybe I'll tease it. The idea is... How much mana do we have? 1, 2... We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to find a land. We can get rid of this. Do we want to get rid of the All Will Be One? Tempted to get rid of it. Well, we can just play it though. It's the thing. Oh, no, we're chilling. Alright. Next up, combat. Next to attackers. Fading Hope is pretty freaking lame. I will give them that. Next to attackers. Yes, I would like to do the thing where I attack you. Man, we were counting on that treasure for this Storm will be a Storm the Festival, but hey, still works out. We have 2 All Will Be One, so if our opponent concedes, no, if our opponent counters it, we do get to keep this All Will Be One, or the next All Will Be One potentially. Nope, just considering. What are they playing? I do like the art, their basics. They're very nice. Like the full art Phyrexian basics look really cool. Unfortunately, we don't have any of them here. Oh, we will shoot you in the face with the All Will Be One. Ow. We do not happen to get a land here that is untapped, so we're going to have to just play another All Will Be One. Well, let's go into combat to see if they want to bounce something. No point to attacking with an O3. Okay, well, they didn't bounce anything, so we're gambling on this one, but hey. Let's get rid of their instant and sorceries, so it's not... If they're playing a Haughty Djinn deck, which who knows, maybe they are. What did they discard? They discarded a land. We get the all will be one out. So if we can resolve this or this Storm the Festival, our opponent is going to be in pain. Well, this will do a lot of damage as well. 5 oil counters does hurt, especially when it's doubled. I didn't even realize he had 5 oil counters. I thought it was 4. Oh my god, Migloz is crazy. Menace. None of these things give haste. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, that was not quite what we were hoping for, but my goodness, did Migloz Maze Crusher put in the work with all will be one. I originally had Luca in this deck, and then it was like, Luca's not that great compared to, like, Migloz here. Luca only ramps for creatures and stuff. My turn. Do we just have lethal here? Wait, hold on. Next to combat. I guess we just have lethal. Wait. Oh, they're hoping for a removal spell. Consider. Good game. I'm glad we got rid of those instant sorceries. I didn't think it was going to be a Storm the Festival deck, but... Or not Storm... an Arcane Bombardment deck. Not bad. 5. It gains Vigilance and Menace. Nope, that doesn't make a difference. So that makes more sense. 10 year safety gaining them life. Well, if our opponent doesn't have any counter spells, we just cast Evolved Spinoderm and they're gone. Resolve all. Surveil, consider, I can see it really being good with this. I forgot though, what we should have done is just remove it. The last ability. We did kind of grief a little here. We could have just removed that and then we would have been happy. We'll go ahead and attack in, see if our opponent has a bounce spell. Opponent searching for a response to this Migloz. Doing the big old... Oh my goodness, I really regret not killing the Arcane Bombardment. We made a mistake. Alright, we'll call it Cast Evolved Spinoderm, see if it resolves. Because the Storm of the Festival will be more crippling if it doesn't resolve, I think. Oy oy. Yeah. If we lose this game, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Fine, I swear. Everything's gonna be fine. The opponent just doesn't have infinite mana and infinite spells. No way you tear ass my Migloz. Discard a Arcane Bombardment. Well, we're seeing... I've made the comparison with this deck to Arcane Bombardment several times, and it does seem to hold up. Opponent here probably has another counter spell. Very bad for us, but You only live once. The urge to just rage concede is immense. Oh wait, yeah, this is over. They actually got terrace under. Bruh. I punted that so hard. That's so sad. Oh my goodness. That was a really nice Arcane Bombardment deck, but I'm just stupid. I'm so bloody stupid. Actually, it doesn't matter. They would have freaking Tamiyo safekeeping it. I'm stupid. They would have just Tamiyo safekeeping it, I'm pretty sure, so it wouldn't have mattered if we wasted oil counters on that or not. We were doomed regardless. That's upsetting. Well, I'm playing white, so they probably are less interactive in terms of counter spells. It means we get to resolve our things, and that's all we need. We need Storm the Vessel to resolve, and that's it. Storm the Vessel resolves, we are balling. We don't have any mountains here, so resolving Koth is not that great. Llanowar Loamspeaker. It'd be smart to resolve a Llanowar Loamspeaker here, or a Scrapgorger. Don't do that. We have a bunch of mana here. Opponent playing Angels. Go ahead. We're gonna hold off playing Koth until we actually can get. Go ahead, attack in with Evolving Adaptive. If it dies, we can then use Armored Scrapgorger to exile from the graveyard to start getting oil counters, or just get oil counters in the first place. Now that is really bad for us. Yeah, I would like red. That's our only one. And then red. Yep, get rid of it. Oh, I should have gotten green with that. Nope. I completely punted. We would have only gotten one more mana, so it doesn't really matter. Or we would have only gotten like a Llanowar Loamspeaker down. Well, actually it does matter because we're kind of racing our opponent here. The goal was to race the crap out of our opponent. There is no winning on the field. Or winning, like, in terms of removing Phyrexian Vindicator here. We're playing no enchantment removal. Besides Migloz. Alright, well, I don't think we win at all. My goodness. I have so much bad luck whenever I like go to record. It goes horrendously. I can't get rid of Voice of the Blessed with there's no win. So they went on the attack. So what we can actually do is we can just go I hate your face, I hate your face, I hate your face on them. Green. Get rid of this boy. I want a counter here. Come on now. To combat, all attack. So we can go aggro with our lands. Opponent here has to choose whether they want to swing in Vindicator and potentially take some pretty swole amount of damage from our Llanowar Loamspeakers. Of course, they're going to gain much life. This blast is going to go off. Probably don't. Coming back into this. One borrowed time, and actually, there is one spell that would potentially win us the game here, and that would be Storm the Festival off the top. If we get a Storm the Festival off the top, I don't care about my life total. We lose next turn anyways, whether or not we block. I'd rather have the land. All right, well, that's kind of a loss. No. Green. And then it's a 3/3, but it doesn't matter. We can swing it with 3 lands, it doesn't matter. We play Koth, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Alright, well, it's fine. Ah, I've never faced a Vindicator until that one game. The one game I'm playing my green-red deck, we face Vindicator. How helpful. It's just unfortunate. Alright, Copperline Gorge. The fast land. We get to play it untapped. Cool. Huge. What do we want to play here? Llanowar Loamspeaker or Armored Scrapgorger? I don't think it matters. We prefer a Scrapgorger to live. I'm assuming that they might bounce or remove or whatever the crap they choose to do. They're playing blue. Oh, you're just playing that deck. Okay, fine. We'll beat you on the board by crushing you. Mercilessly. Mercilessly. What do we do here? What we do is we play Koth, we tick it up. The opponent has to choose whether they want to attack into our Koth and remove it with a Venerated Rot Priest, or actually get a poison counter on us by attacking into it. I mean, they could just go for the poison counter, and that's probably the best strat, and then just kill us, but let's just hope. Let's hope our opponent doesn't have like a turn 3 win lined up. Now we have 2 lands. The thing with what you have to know about Venerated Rot Priest is when it becomes the target of a spell. Koth is an ability. Phyrexia all will be, or like all will be one is an ability, right? So it doesn't really matter. We won't get poison counters for targeting it with Koth here. We have 2 mountains, and its tick down says damage equal to target creature equal to the number of mountains you control. So we play this mountain, we take it down, we get rid of the Rot Priest. The question is, will they hold up protection? They probably do. Or they choose to play their Ivy, and they don't have another land, and they go shields down. That's a win in our book. Ooh, ooh, oh, are they gonna play Ivy? They're gonna play a Venerated Rot Priest. Okay, well, they're not gonna attack into Koth, so we might actually just get the Emblem it, which is also, that's like the other thing is, give us another turn, opponent, that thing is emblemed. You can count on it. They're thinking real long and hard. They go for the poison counter to face. Ooh, we have all will be one. That's huge. But I don't really want to play it. We'll play it, because it gives us a bunch of lethal damage with Evolved Spinoderm, and it's not like they're going to kill our Koth. Would like to ultimate the Koth, but I think this is the correct move. Play this. Take up Koth, shoot him in the face. They have to choose whether or not they want to stop Koth from embleming here, or otherwise. Opponent probably not playing a counterspell here. The only feasible one I can think of is like Spell Pierce, right? Koth, going hard. Shoot him in the face. Don't bother with priests. Do not bother with the priests. I think this is the strat. Or I'm just punting this game. That is a possibility. Our opponent might have to swing into Koth here. Though if they have Ivy into Martyr Swirling Mist, they probably just like straight up win. Let's see. Opponent has played 0 spells. Or they have the flight thing where they give their creatures flying and like poison 1 and +1/+3 or +2. I've seen that with a few Poison Ivy decks. Do they have a bounce spell? I have a hard time believing they have Serum Snare. I've never seen anyone play Serum Snare with Venerated Rot Priest. Will they combo off? Opponent spending so much time in the tank. Hard to believe it. But yeah, what we do next turn is we play Evolved Spinoderm as 4 counters on it. Flings a lot of damage in their face. We also play a Scrapgorger. And then if we can, we Emblem Koth before we do any of that, and then we play a Mountain and shoot them in the face for 4. They go for face! They go for face! Opponent. Psychopath. Alright. Now, this is the point where do we like really hard gamble here, or do we like just go for the like perhaps sane strat? Alright, well we're gonna Emblem Koth regardless. Wait, did I play my Mountain already? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh no. Okay, now I feel like gambling because I already inted. Let's see. Opponent. Wow, this is some good gameplay I'm showing here. Are you guys proud? Have I impressed you? Uh, hmm. Okay, 3. You really got 3 Rod Priests? This motherfucker got 3 Rod Priests. Do they have one more spell that targets one of their creatures they control? I wonder, gee, I wonder, gee, I wonder. Bro, play a little faster. You have the win. Hmm. Sorry if I'm being kind of obnoxious. That's so upsetting. Hit nothing with the top 5. We see it hit 4 lands and a mana dork. We have 24 lands, so it's not like we're going hard on lands. So 5 lands in a row is, or like 4 lands in a row. Kind of unlucky. We'll just keep. Man, the signature lose streak during recording. Why can't I go on a win streak when I'm recording? Why can't I do what all the other YouTubers do? Yeah, I will say you guys can see the win rate of the deck. Like it's not like I'm disguising any particular losses that I've had or wins that I have had. Go for the throat. Whatever. Able. Aito created dude. Oh no, just draw. Huh. I always find that strange when they just go immediately to draw. Not like it's a bad idea, it's just kind of shocked. If we get rid of Loamspeaker here, we can potentially hit something cooler. That's pretty cool, I will say. Opponent shields down for any counter magic, so we can just ram that onto the battlefield. That gives our Evolved Spinoderm and our Fable big damage, because this does 1 damage, this does 4 damage. Just entering the battlefield. Archfiend of the Dross. Oh, we actually kill Archfiend here, watch. I got someone on the inside. Actually, I'm off by 1. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Alright, well, let's go ahead and attack in. They're probably just going to block with their Archfiend, right? And then we kill it. Even though we punted, we can punt a little less here. Oh wait, no, he didn't pawn. I was right. I was right all along. Actually, I was wrong. My God. Alright, well, if Reflections lives here, we can double up our Evolved Spinoderm. So the real question is, what do we want to play? We'll play Fable. That does 1 damage. We can get rid of their little Rapscallion there. Create a second duder. Do this. Whether they get an Archfiend swing in, then they get the backside trigger of Archfiend, but I'm not too concerned here because we should have a pretty lethal combo here next turn. Attacking in with 1, so they get to pump it up 1. I think we'll have enough damage to get rid of it very easily, though. Alright. 1 damage to anything. This doesn't have any shields. Discard 2 cards. I'm gonna go ahead and decline. I'm kind of a fan of my hand. 4 damage here. We do another damage. And then we play. Yeah. Will we have enough mana to do everything that I want? Yes, okay. Let's see. So, I think actually what I do here is I go like this. It's gonna be kind of strange. Ow. Yes, target Rafine. Yep. Resolve. A1. Auto pay. Crap. Yeah, we can do this. Hold on. I'm bad at... Man, I feel bad now. Blaming my opponents. Why are you taking so long? Now I'm proceeding to take forever. Okay, well, what we do here is we created a copy of this Evolved Spinoderm. That's fine. Shoot that. And then... Oh no, did I screw it up again? I can't believe it. Whatever. I am griefing so bad. That counts as dying? Ah! We're dead. Sweeper. Drag under. Drag under kills us. I misplayed. Oh man, I wanted to get rid of the freaking Rafine and the Archfiend, but I miscounted. Yeah, you game life, whatever. I don't care. As long as you just don't kill me this turn. That's all I want. I want another chance. I want redemption. Our opponent here did grief the game because we're just gonna murder them. Good game. Because we just duplicate our Evolved Spinoderm, 4 damage to the face. We have like 5 attackers. 5, 6 attackers. Boom. Man. I'm Misplay City today. Sorry, guys. You know, that is like the one bright side, is that like, even with these these decks that are new, is that it's fun like learning how to play them better. And hopefully at least my misplays are entertaining and they're at least helpful maybe. Or maybe helpful. Let's see. Evolved Spine or Evolving Adaptive. Do like that card. I haven't played in any other decks, but I decided when I was looking at it that it's almost better than through the Root Vine Cultivator or whatever. Or Rust Vine Cultivator. Because well, it's an actual useful creature. Let's get this mountain down. No attacks. Harbin's a 3/2? What the hell was Wizards thinking when they printed soldiers? I don't know if you guys know, but soldiers absolutely dominates the meta as one of the best decks with like a 60 plus win rate. It's kind of crazy. Ah, crap. Now we're just gone. Sure. Sure. Wow. Man. Almost like soldiers. They printed like a billion fucking synergies into them, and you don't even have to think. Ah. And everything's like a fucking 5/4, 4/5, 30. I can't kill anything with Koth. Migloz doesn't do anything because they're all gonna be fucking flying. Ah. 4 losses, 1 win. That's the video. Just kidding. I'll play another. Damn. Take the positive win rate deck down to like a negative win rate deck. How many games have I played on this deck? I'm gonna check the stats while we're in queue here. How many games, how many wins, how many losses? Because is it, I just haven't played enough and it's just like this is a regression to the mean, right? Why is my deck stats not appearing? This thing takes forever to load whenever I try to look at stats. Alright, looking at our hand, this is definitely a mulligan. I'm gonna move the stat thing to the next page, or my other monitor, so that we can actually keep up with what's going on. I don't think we need this many cards. Do we want to keep, whatever, we'll keep Rustfine, Cultivator. Storm V1, okay, we played 14 games, we won 7, we lost 7. So we were, prior to this, we were like 6-3 or something? 6-4? Prior to the start of this video. So I'm not completely, like, psychotic, I feel like. Yeah, we'll play this. Okay, we just get to ramp and do our Storm the Festival here, which is good. Our opponent probably just kills one of our creatures, and then it's less good, but, you know. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana here, so we don't have enough mana to do what we want to do yet, so we'll just go ahead and play Loamspeaker. And, we'll put another oil counter on it. Heck, why not? Next turn, no attacks. Turn. Next turn we get to play Storm the Festival and see if we find something. We finally get to show off the combo. What the heck is our opponent playing? Playing some multicolor Phyrexian nonsense. Okay. We got Venerated Rot Priest, Fight Rigging, Seed Core, which gives you any color for Phyrexian spells, a Swamp, and a Llanowar Waste. Pass 2 attackers. Go ahead, add red mana for no good reason, and get rid of their land. My turn. Copperline Gorge is not what we need. We can do this though. Oh, wait, we could have done it last turn? No, we couldn't have done it last turn. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, let's do this. Yeah. That's green. Green. Oh, it's 6 mana? Oh, so we could have just done it last turn. Alright, well, we'll go ahead, add mana with this one, and then cast this. Holy moly. Alright, we should be able to ramp into another one at least. On the bright side, we were ramping rapidly into another. We'll just go ahead, no attacks, end turn. Ah, suddenly becoming transparent. What our opponent is up to. We just need to kill them before they murder us with Phyrexian Obliterator. Copperline Gorge, we don't really get to play on taps. So we can't play this. That's awkward. We can play Koth and just shoot them in the face a bunch. They will go for the Koth, but that is a price I'm willing to pay. Yeah, we have enough mana. Why is the game behaving so strange? We're going straight for the face here. No other option. Green. Try to untap the land. Slam Koth. Opponent will probably attack into our Koth, but that's okay. They're not going to poison us faster than they kill us with their Obliterators, so we don't really have to worry about it. And then next turn, we storm the festival. No attacks, because if we attack in, we get to meet Phyrexian Obliterators. Fat booty. That is definitely not what I want to see, but they do not get their fight ring card. They cleanly kill Koth here. Do I block? Yeah, we'll block. I think we have enough mana. Didn't really count, I'm not gonna lie. Well, we have enough mana to cast that, so we'll take that. Alright, let's see if I can blast our opponent down here. It is very likely that we have damage. Yeah, we'll go for this one instead. Migloz is 10. Yep, we'll take it. Good game. Boom! That is the combo. Well, sort of. Alright, we'll play one more. I know this video has turned out to be quite long, but... Man, we still haven't hit... Man, we already had... Oh, I guess I have a full playset of Harbin. The problem with soldiers, and me playing soldiers, is A, it's probably too easy. It's like literally the #1 deck, right? And then I don't have any of the Valiant Veterans, and I don't want to craft like 4 Valiant Veterans. I don't know why I got 0 Valiant Veterans over like the entire course of the game, but this is a pretty good hand. Got Migloz coming in hot. Opponent here playing. I'm assuming this is like a tarot card or tarot card. I'm bad at pronouncing things. Ooh, what the heck? This is a dragon. Yeah, I don't know why the game's taking its time here. But let me know what you would change about this deck. Perhaps there's some like things that are kind of bad about it. I hate that the game doesn't, the auto tapper doesn't figure out how Rustvine Cultivator works, because it means I actually have to try and count my mana, and that becomes a lot more complicated. Rather than just seeing, oh, I can cast this spell. So, yeah, that is one thing I would say for heads up on this deck. I don't, like, maybe you just get rid of the Rustvine Cultivator, but we saw how it, like, came in handy there to actually get our, like, Storm the Festival off. Or one of our Storm the Festival off. I think it was necessary for it. But, yeah. Migloz, huge dude. Very nice card for this deck. The 5 oil counters are crazy with all will be one. Also provides a fair amount of value just as a 3 drop, right? So, real big problem is it's legendary. It is funny that we managed to hit the 2 Miglozes that are in this deck with our Storm the Festival last game. Opponent timing out on the first land drop. They better not be mono red is all I'm going to say, because Yeah, that was the funny thing. It's the mono red and like soldiers. Well, mono red just like always mono redding, but still. Don't know what our opponent was doing. I guess that was probably like them checking whether, or it was probably the mulligan check thing, right? Whether or not they want a mulligan, because we get to start first. So it wasn't like they were holding up any instants because they don't have any mana. It's not like they were uh, the first one to play, or like they were going to be doing, uh, I guess, getting besiege their land. Opponent playing the Botanical Plaza. Isn't the spheres from this current set uh better? I could blow up the Skull's Hive, but I think the smart thing here would be to just go ahead and get our Fable going. Opponent potentially playing removal for our Fable, but go ahead, no attacks. I think I'll go ahead and just put an oil counter. Our opponent's not gonna be able to swing in yet. Opponent is probably playing the Selesnya Toxic deck, which honestly I saw. You know what I'm talking about the meta? I watched CGB go through like the new decks and see how they're comparing to the meta, and the reality is a lot of them are not doing so hot at the moment. So still have to be refined, and perhaps they're just not going to be stronger than soldiers because, well, soldiers. Opponent here choosing to bleed out. Fair enough. I respect it. Armored Scrapgorgers here. I don't think I need two Armored Scrapgorgers. We'll go ahead and discard one. Evolved Spinoderm is definitely a cool card to have here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana if we go ahead and attack in. Opponent can't block, so we'll go ahead and take it. Damage. Boom. Go ahead. Tap, 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 tap it. And then Storm the Vessel. Auto pay. Let's see. That is it. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll go for an Evolved Spinoderm here because we already have the Migloz in hand. Go straight for the face. We do not care about our opponent's little mites because we're going to murder them next turn. They are dead. We have 1 damage here, 2 damage here, plus 4 from here. That's 6. We have 5 here. That's if we could actually resolve all those, but don't think we'll be able to play that many. Opponent not doing the hottest. I think the best play here, play this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, or we have 5 lands plus this treasure plus that. So we have 7 mana. Not enough to cast that, but we can cast a Migloz Maze Crusher, or this. So I think what I do want to do, we'll just cast the Spinoderm. Keep the damage headed to their face. Our opponent is... Wait, we might actually have lethal here. Yeah, we have lethal. My bad. Remove an oil counter. Untap target land. We have lethal. Because we play Migloz and they die to their Scrub's Hives. Opponent has some instant here. Perhaps a removal spell. Do they have Cameo Safekeeping? That's another potential option that might ruin our plan here, but go ahead and attack in with our Goblin Shaman. Whoops, I hovered over it. The opponent might choose to remove it before we can go to attack. They got 2 mana, so they do have an Infernal Grasp in hand. Wait a minute. We just murder them. Going for the speed. Max. Oh, they just. Well, if they didn't block the Spinoderm, that's a Migloz to the face, and boom, gone. So we actually got to see the combo there. went on a little win streak here towards the end. Let's go ahead and break down the deck. I promised a deck tech, and I will deliver. So, yeah, again, the idea to use Storm the Festival in combination with All Will Be One, gotta give credit to Danny T-Law Gaming, I think it was. Hold on, let me pull up. Yep, Danny T-Law Gaming was the one who originally, or the first person I saw come up with it. I don't, maybe it's not that original of a thought, but hey, feel like I should give credit. But the brew that I came up with, I went Gruul, and I tried to go with a lot more of the new cards. So we have Koth, Evolved Spinoderm, Migloz, Armored Scrapgorger, Rustvine Cultivator, Evolving Adaptive. They all opted for a lot more of the Planeswalkers and already existing cards in Teamer colors. So I would say for this deck, we really are just trying to curve out, right? We have a ton of ramp here. We have 4 Llanowar Loamspeakers. We have 4 Armored Scrapgorgers. These help to fix our mana, so we have 3 pips for green, 2 pips for red, right? So we have to have these creatures. This one also gets oil counters, so I definitely recommend it. Well, you don't have to have these. I'm trying to say that you need some ramp. We also have Glittering Stockpile here that I don't think we got to see go into a game exactly. But I have it here because you tap it to add a red, so it's basically a mana rock. You can also sack it for a bunch of mana because every time you tap it, you put a stash counter on it. So this works with All Will Be One to just give us another pinger as a mana rock, which is cool. And then when we want to cast that backside of the flashback of Storm the Festival, we can use all those stash counters that we have stored up to give us a burst of mana and actually cast the Storm of the Festival. And the nice thing is with Glittering Stockpile, the auto tapper or like the mana system in Arena does recognize the both sides of the stockpile as potential ways to cast things. So it should your Storm Festival flashback should light up, or your any card that you're going to cast with the backside of it should light up. So that is nice, and a little bit of gaming tip. We have Evolving Adaptive, Rustvine Cultivator. Do think Rustvine Cultivator is pretty good here. Do also like Evolving Adaptive, where you need a little bit more body on the field, and it also just keeps growing whenever we cast like an Armored Scrapgorger. So it's a little bit nice in that regard. Fabled Mirrorbreaker, huge in this deck because, well, not only does it help us loot cards, ramp with the Goblin Shaman token, but also the backside can allow us to go ahead and copy an Evolved Spinoderm, which basically gives us 4 more damage if All Will Be One is out there. And then in terms of the land, I just use the rare lands that I have in combination with the some forests and some mountains. Would probably say you might want to opt for a bit more duels, maybe. Though at the same time, one thing that Koth cares about is mountains. So equal to the number of mountains you control. So you might want to opt for, if you go for dual lands that are tapped, Wooded Ridgeline, because that way you can actually get more mountains on the battlefield while also having this dual land, so you can use that -3 ability a little bit more effectively. Granted, a lot of the time we're not going for the -3, we're searching up a mountain, we're using it to ramp, and we're also using the +2 and it entering the battlefield as massive damage with All Will Be One. This deck, sometimes you really just don't want to interact with your opponent, and you want to just send all the damage face, but also sometimes you want to be careful and choose to ping down all their creatures or ping down the relevant planeswalkers. So definitely have to be wary about that as well. But that's going to be the deck for this is Storm V1. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I will catch you guys next time. Have a nice morning, evening, afternoon, whenever, wherever you're watching. Ciao.